wide receiver Terry Godwin released, and defensive lineman Ted Laurent announcing his retirement today for new head coach Scott Milanovich. There is plenty of opportunity, though, for those looking for a leadership role on this Ticats squad.
What's in your personality? I think it's hard to teach a vocal leader. You know, if it's not in your way, I don't think it'll ever be in your way. You can lead in other ways. You can lead, by performance, by example, the way you study, all those things. You can lead quietly in the locker room, but the vote, like you're referring to a guy like a Simone. I mean, that is a natural thing, and you either have it or you don't.
While Simone Lawrence, a natural leader, is missing from the defensive side, there are returning guys who have the potential to be vocal leaders.
For me, it's doing the same, not a little bit of the same, but still, a little bit different. But yeah, just continuing to lead by example. Letting my play speak for itself. But also just not being afraid to let guys know if we're dogging it. We got to keep things moving. So at the end of the day, just pushing each other and striving for greatness each day.
Being a leader, I'm not much of a rah-rah guy. I kind of have a higher voice, so I'm not a big loud guy. But just trying to lead by example. It's so weird. I've been the young guy, just always watching the vets and being seen and not heard for so long. So now I'm kind of going into that role where I kind of be more vocal and just try to bring guys along and just try to play the best I can. And I know if I hype other guys up, it's gonna hype me up, and then we all are just gonna go out there and make plays.
And for those players who had a larger role last year, this season is chock full of potential.
Yeah, well, I think at the end of the day, we all got to earn our positions. Just because I signed a 2-year contract doesn't mean my spot's guaranteed. I still got to come up and, in my opinion, I got to work harder than everybody else that's out here. And that's how everyone is out here. Everyone is working as hard as they can to make the team at the end of the day. So I think, regardless of which position's opened or which one isn't, everyone should be working just as hard. And the guys know that. Everyone should be working just as hard to get on the field and make plays.
I think just the more reps, more time on task, I think helps. Just repping this new offense, I think is going to be huge, and I think the more you play, the better you get.
The offseason gave Butler and Powell time to train in new ways to bring another element to their game.
It was much needed. I spoke to a lot of vet quarterbacks. A bunch of guys took their advice on how to structure it, and just kind of did my best to my ability and feel really good and healthy, and feel like a much better player, hopefully.
I like to train like a receiver, honestly. I like to train like a receiver because I feel like I've gained all my running back moves when I was a little kid. I used to play a lot of tag, and I never wanted to be it. So I was always trying to make guys miss playing tag. So I feel like that's kind of ingrained, and so now I try to make my game even bigger. Obviously, pass protection, and then being able to catch the ball out the backfield.
As for letting go of Godwin, these decisions are for the team to move in a different direction.
You can't have too many 5'7", 180-pound guys the way this league is going, where you can't cut on the perimeter anymore. The DBs are beating them up, and that was one of the things. That was one of the main focuses we had this morning in our first offensive meeting. Is we have got to get more physical at that position.
I can speak on Terry's behalf as a person. He's one hell of a person. He's one of my best friends, and I had a lot of fun playing with him. I think he's a great receiver, and I know he's going to land on his feet. So,
a direction Butler enjoys.
It's fun, because he likes to run the ball, you know what I'm saying? So that's always fun. But, having an offensive head coach is always super nice. It's been a while since I've had that.
James is a complete back. He can be an every down back. Whether he will be an every down back is, something that we're going to have to decide, because it's a long season, and he's going to get the most touches of anybody on our offense. He'll have 20-some touches per game on average, so that adds up.
And the Bo Levi question, well, Milanovich did not mince words there.
Scott, I know it's the opening day of training camp. He's still on track to have Bo on the field tomorrow?
Yeah, nothing's changed.
And he thinks he's looking good, everything, no concerns?
No change.